we're busy and working at the same time. Of course, that goes dark right away. No, I got it. Are we busy or are we working? Are we busy or are things working? Are you working? Is the thing working? Are you working? Are you working like busy or are you working like you're being effective at the thing at which you want to be effective? Is it working? The thing, I mean, there's so many. So it's a question worth asking. Okay, it came up yesterday. I was trying to remember something during Ma38. There seems to be a connection between going faster, focus, go faster, and this thing that I forgot to complete in a note, but it came to me right after the show, of course, as it always does. This is from the Agile Manifesto. Working software is the primary measure of progress for them. Now, you might not be a person who softwares, so maybe working software is not a primary measure of progress for you. But if we're trying to measure progress, how do we measure it? Well, in software engineering, they measure it. They measure progress by working software, or they should. But then it's like, is it, if a person is working, you can say, oh, they're busy. But we don't often say that person is working effectively. That is a working person. How do you say it to disambiguate? This is margin 38 for Tuesday, November 28th, 2023, 4 a.m. Eastern, and all the other times. And we are doing nothing right now but the margin backlog, the Retraice backlog. That's all I'm working on now, okay? We put up 10 hours again yesterday. It's not always possible for me to do that, but yesterday I put up another 10. 7-day average is 8.3 hours. Serious hours, keyboard hours, not walking around pondering, not peripatetic hours. A little bit of a sidetrack yesterday, happily. Finally did our first TikTok video. YouTube short and TikTok video were the first ones yesterday, both. Yeah. Instantly got like 20 times as many views as almost every normal stock standard YouTube video we've ever done. It's kind of like what I thought would happen when the business started, or when we started the business. Did the business start or did we start it? I thought like I was behind the times in a sense, like the thing that YouTube used to do, which is like grab up, nobodies and sort of catapult them. Because it was when it was smaller. There's a theory behind this whole thing. I'll come back to that. Not today. Okay. Anyway, that's what happened with YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Like, got lots of views, a little bit of engagement. I think the thumbs down rate was below 50, but it's like, why would it ever be 50? Like, as one helpful commenter on YouTube Shorts reminded me, no one knows what the hell I'm talking about. and I'm you know what? I'm falsely laughing. Like, I don't want to. It's not how you want to be. That was a fake laugh. It wasn't a fake laugh. I was trying to laugh. I hate when people do that. They do that on Hard Fork. One of the guys is always fake laughing. It drives me crazy. I take it back. Can I withdraw a laugh? It doesn't bother me that people don't understand, because they know this is like a big, elaborate, complicated thing. But is it working? I forgot my damn timestamp. Is it working? Backlog progress. No, I didn't forget it. Okay, let's do it now. Backlog progress. Got lots of stuff done yesterday. YouTube Shorts and TikTok Premiere notwithstanding. And that was actually really effective. We'll talk about that maybe some more, maybe not. But most of it was to do with citations. I've got this stuff that's got to be fixed up. It was working. Again, the word. Everything was working perfectly. Retraice notes, which is I'll talk. So, Retraice notes is what I mean, is the output thing that I'm talking about when I say I'm working on citations. What is Retraice notes? Retraice notes is basically the written up version of this podcast, of the segments of this podcast. And it has way more these write-ups have way more information. They often reflect corrections if I said something or I misused a word, in AIMA4E. I did that once. I had to go back and fix a series of videos and notes. It drove me crazy. But anyway, Why am I doing that? Is anyone ever going to look at that? No, I swear it's the easiest thing in the world to click through in the descriptions, and nobody cares. And I don't care either. Like, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it because I can't keep track of what I'm doing, unless there's a written form of it. And like, I'd be like those podcasters who repeat themselves. I think a lot of people, a lot of public figures, public talking heads, you're listening to one, they stop thinking. Oh, I said okay. They stop thinking. And because thinking is hard and oftentimes it's uncomfortable, especially to do it live. You don't want to be doing your thinking live on mic. I can prove... Sorry, there's some stuff going on right now. You don't want to be doing your thinking live. And so the solution is, for most people, is to stop. Stop thinking. Finish your thinking before you start talking in public, and then never do it again. I can't do that. I can't do that. Like, I wouldn't even consider doing that. But then I need the notes so I don't keep repeating myself. That's one of the things that the notes do. So anyway, backlog progress was on citation formatting and all this. Don't worry about it. I fixed it all, but now the migration to the new system needs to be redone from scratch, and I've got to learn all this new stuff new tooling and new markup and syntax and all that garbage. Is it for the customer? Indirectly, yes, this stuff is for the customer. Absolutely, indirectly. Okay, it's sort of like the shop manual in an assembly plant for some piece of equipment or for some process. Will the notes ever be viewed? No. So what? I don't care. I use the crap out of them. Go watch the most recent AMA stuff. I don't know what the most recent AMA stuff is. Just search AMA 4E. If you search the whole internet for that, you'll probably find Retraice stuff, because that particular string is sort of, we kind of adopted, took that over. Anyway, but I use the crap out of these notes. So yes, they will be viewed by me, but you, no, not so much. It's okay. If they're not viewed, do I still need them? Yes. Okay, whatever. Next thing. So faster and working. Focus, go faster. How do you go faster? The Agile Manifesto says the primary measure of progress is working software, progress for them. But fast is a relative term. This is from Margin segment 37 yesterday. Fast is a relative term. It is relative to real deadlines. That's from Retraice 20, the deadline problem. Real deadlines, which are points in time that are mostly unknown until they arrive. Real deadlines. Think about it. The day you die is a deadline. It's the number one deadline, actually. It's the only deadline that you should base other deadlines on. Is that true? Some people care a lot about what happens after they die. I think I do. But it's a weird thing to care about what happens after you die. If you think about it. Anyway, okay. How do you connect the idea of going faster at whatever you're doing? How do you connect that? Or why does it feel connected to Agile's definition of working software as the primary measure of progress? We're working anything. Think about it. Processes. I'm working on all my processes all the time. It's why the show is still clunky and I make mistakes and all this stuff. Ideas, the Retraice notes, are all about honing, and not all about, but a lot about honing and improving ideas and evaluating ideas and taking and wrestling with them, making them work better. They're not working ideas if you don't wrestle them to the ground and make them be that. Routines. It's 4 a.m. Why is it 4 a.m.? Because that works. That works for me. It doesn't work at other times of the day. It worked at 10 p.m. for a while, but right now it works at 4 a.m. It's working. 4 a.m. the routine is working. Hardware. Oh, I don't like talking about hardware. I've got duplicate of some stuff that I depend on, but not everything. You can't duplicate everything. Not when you're on a shoestring. Let's say me. Am I working? I sure as hell am right now. And I don't mean working like busy working, or am I working like talking on the internet is working? Of course it's not working. I shouldn't even count this on my log. No, I'm not working, but I am working. But am I effectively operating? That is how we disambiguate. Call back to the beginning of the show. disambiguate working. On the one hand, working can mean busy. On the other hand, it can mean effectively operating. Are you effectively operating? I mean, I'm not trying to, I sound like a life coach or a bit, I'm not trying to be that, okay? But when I'm going through this, and I'm talking to me, okay? I'm talking to me when I was younger. I'm talking to me now. I'm talking to me 2 years from now. Are you effectively operating? What you need context. We had a helpful commenter yesterday say you need context. Retraice is about what's going on out there. It's a business. It's a podcast. Margin is about the business side of that. We're in the throes of revamping business process, but more importantly, software. This show depends on a lot of software to do the Retraice notes and all this other stuff I talk about. There's your context. And that's it. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Signing off.